Welcome to my YouTube channel, Master of Biology. Today we are going to deal with human reproduction, menstrual cycle for class 12. Okay. So human reproduction for class 12, the topic menstrual cycle. Introduction. Menstrual cycle occurs in primates, female primates. In the sense, monkeys, apes, human beings. Right. Menstrual cycle occurs in female primates, that is monkeys, apes, human beings. Okay. Actually, menstrual cycle starts at puberty, and the beginning of menstrual cycle is called menarche. Okay, it's called menarche, and it occurs every 28 days. Every 28 days, it occurs every 28 days. So it is a cycle. Okay, so it is a repeated cycle. So it happens over a period of 28 days periodically. The release of ovum, actually only one ovum will be released. The release of ovum is called ovulation. And menopause, actually when the woman attains age of 50, this process will come to an end. Okay, the menstrual cycle will cease, will stop, and that is called menopause. Right. And in this menstrual cycle, there are 4 phases which we are going to see one by one. The 4 phases are menstrual cycle, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, luteal phase. 4 phases: menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and luteal phase. So one by one, let us see. Okay, the first phase, menstrual phase. Okay, menstrual flow occurs and it will last for 3 to 5 days. And how it happens? It is due to the breakdown of endometrial lining of the uterus. Endometrial lining of the uterus along with blood vessels. It comes out as a fluid through the vagina. You know very well that the uterus has 3 layers. The outer layer is called perimetrium, middle layer is called myometrium, and the innermost is endometrium. Here, the innermost layer, endometrium, it breaks down, it ruptures, okay, and along with blood vessels, okay, it forms a fluid and comes out through the vagina. This is what called menstrual flow, and I have noted the points here. Menstrual flow occurs, lasts for 3 to 5 days. Menstrual flow results due to breakdown of endometrial lining of the uterus and its blood vessels. Okay, forms a fluid, comes out through vagina. And this menstruation will happen only if the egg is not fertilized. It will happen only if the egg is not fertilized. And moreover, one more thing, this may also happen, okay, due to poor health and stress. In some cases, okay, women may get this menstrual flow due to stress as well as poor health. Okay, so next we'll pass on to the next phase. Right. Okay, the next phase is follicular phase. It is also known as proliferative phase. Follicular phase or proliferative phase. So I have noted the points. You can see during this phase, the primary follicles grow and become a full matured Graafian follicle. Okay, during this phase, primary follicles in the ovary grow and become a fully matured Graafian follicle. Okay, in one of my previous video, I have told you about Graafian follicle. You can refer that. Then the endometrium of the uterus regenerates. Okay, it is again formed. That is why it's called proliferative phase. Okay, the endometrium which has been ruptured, now it is regenerated. So that only it's called a proliferative phase. Then see, the changes in the ovary and uterus are induced by the change in the levels of pituitary and ovarian hormones. Okay, the changes in the ovary and the uterus. The changes in the ovary and the uterus is brought about by the changes in the levels of pituitary and ovarian hormones. Okay. Then the secretion of gonadotropins. Okay, LH and FSH. LH means luteinizing hormone. FSH means follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, these hormones gradually increase. Okay, the secretions of gonadotropins, LH and FSH gradually increase. And finally, follicular development as well as the secretion of estrogen. Follicular development and the secretion of estrogen is stimulated by the growing follicles. So this is what about a follicular phase. Okay. Okay, the next phase is ovulatory phase. This is the third phase, ovulatory phase. The first one is menstrual phase. Secondly, we saw follicular phase. And now we are going to learn about the ovulatory phase. LH and FSH. Just now I told you it is luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. These hormones attain a peak level. Okay, it attains a maximum level, peak level in the middle of the cycle, and rapid secretion of LH reaching its maximum level. This point is said to be LH surge. Rapid secretion of LH leading to the maximum level, especially in the mid cycle, is called LH surge. LH surge induces Graafian follicle and thereby release of ovum. Okay, LH surge induces rupture of Graafian follicle. Rupture means the breaking of Graafian follicle, and thereby an ovum is released. A single ovum is released. Okay, Graafian follicle gets ruptured, broken, and the ovum is released. This is called ovulation. This process is called ovulation. So that one day this phase is called ovulatory phase. Okay, very simple only. LH and FSH, the gonadotropins, they increase in their levels. They attain the peak level in the middle of the cycle. Okay, especially in the middle of the cycle. This rapid increase of LH, no, that is said to be LH surge. This LH surge will stimulate the rupture of Graafian follicle and the ovum is released. And this phase is called ovulatory phase. Yes, thus we come to the last phase of the menstrual cycle, that is luteal phase, also known as secretory phase. During this phase, the remaining parts of the Graafian follicle get transformed to form corpus luteum. Okay, hope you understand what is happening. Actually, the Graafian follicle has ruptured to release the ovum. Now that the remaining parts of the Graafian follicle join to form, okay, corpus luteum. So this corpus luteum secretes, okay, large amount of progesterone, hormone called progesterone. That is why it's called a secretory phase. Corpus luteum secretes progesterone. Okay, so it's called luteal phase. Luteal phase meaning corpus luteum. Why secretory phase? Because large amount of progesterone is secreted. Okay. What is the use of progesterone? See, essential for maintenance of endometrium. You all know that endometrium is the inner lining of the uterus, the innermost lining of the uterus. Okay, actually, the zygote will get implanted in this endometrial layer. So, that endometrium has to be maintained properly. So, progesterone is essential for the maintenance of endometrium. See, as I told you, endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum. Okay, the fertilized ovum will come and get fixed in this layer, and thereafter the various other events of pregnancy will occur. Okay, endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum and the other events of pregnancy. So with this we come to the end of this chapter, this topic. So menstrual cycle, 4 phases. So kindly go through all the 4 phases. Hope I have explained everything clearly to you. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.